Hey guys, it's Mackenzie from Girl Loves Glam. Today I'm going to show you how to curl your hair using a curling wand like this one. I have the Paul Mitchell Nero, but you can use any curling wand you want. So what you're going to do first is you're going to get some heat protectant spray. I use the Paul Mitchell kind. There are a few different kinds out there. Really, any heat protectant is going to be better than no heat protectant. Just make sure that you protect your hair from the heat that you're going to put on it, or else you're going to have horrible damaged hair. So what you're going to do first is you're going to section off your hair and just take a small section on the bottom of your hair and just twist up your hair and put it up with a clip. And then you're going to take just a small section from that section, and that's going to be the part that you're going to curl. So then you take your curling wand and you want to curl away from your face and just wrap the hair around the wand and leave out the bottom, just the last little tip of it, and let it sit for a little bit and pull it out, and you'll have nice little curls. So then you just move on to your next little section and repeat. Just go around the wand and leave out the very end of the hair. Hold it on there for a little bit and then pull it out. And then when you get to the other side of your hair, make sure that you curl the opposite direction so that you're curling away from your face, and just go around, leave that section out just like I'm showing you, and then let it out. And then you're going to move on to the next layer of hair. Section it off and then tie it up. And then we're just going to repeat like I showed you before. So we're just going to speed things up a little bit since it's kind of the same thing over and over again. So twist, let it sit, leave the ends out, and keep moving. So if you have really dry, brittle hair, I would recommend using your heat protectant again as you go through. I don't use it because I use a lot of heat protectant tools before I even straighten my hair. I straighten my hair and then I curl it like this because the curls last for a few days. I also like to leave a few hairs maybe out without getting curled because I really like the kind of messy, tousled curl look that I'm kind of trying to create. But obviously if you're trying to create some tighter curls, then you're going to want to get every little piece in there. And you'll probably want to keep those on a little bit longer if you want it to really, really be a little tighter than I do. But so just keep going through section by section. Wrap it around and just make sure that you're leaving the ends out, because you kind of tend to look a little more Little Orphan Annie if you get those ends. It just looks a little more modern and chic if you leave the ends straight. And you don't have to be perfect at it. I mean, I have hairs that are getting left out. I have some that are curlier than others. You can go back and kind of recurl ends that you feel like need to be curled more. It's all about making it look as natural as you can, so you don't want everything to be uniform. Just make sure that you're curling away from your face. And also, when you get to the center part, I kind of switch it up of like every other one I'll curl one direction and then the other one I'll curl another direction once I get to each layer, just so it looks the most natural that it can. And then you just keep repeating the process. So the main thing is just be really careful with your fingers. Be careful not to burn them. I choose not to use any gloves because I am a licensed professional. I have experience with that, but there are heat protecting gloves to make sure that you don't burn yourself if you feel uncomfortable with that. Also, be sure to choose a good temperature for your hair so that you don't fry it off. So when you get to the top, then you just kind of repeat. I try to make the top curls maybe a little bit tighter than the rest of them, just because that's what you actually do see. You don't see the bottom ones as much. So then I kind of let those ones sit maybe a little bit longer too, and just curl around, let it sit for a little bit longer than the rest, and let it out. Go through around your whole head. Let it sit. And then you'll let it out. Also, another thing to note is don't put your fingers through the curls right afterwards. You want to let those curls sit in that heat after you've let it off of the wand. That helps the curls set a lot better. So just let those curls sit the way that they are. We'll fix them a little bit later. So then just curl and then let it out. And then make sure that you're curling away from your face. Oops, I almost didn't. There we go. Curl away from your face. And then I come back, and where I have some fringe cut around my face, I go and curl those individually. And make sure that they look just the way I want them to. Okay, now we're done with the curling part. And now you're really curly. So now, here's where we make them look really natural. Take a brush and just brush all the way through your hair. And this just loosens up all those curls. If you've curled them a little tighter than I have, it'll still look pretty curly. Just run your fingers through it. And you can put some hairspray in at this point and you're done. Thanks for tuning in. Check out my blog, girllovesglam.com.